So Ludo's raised to 3.6. We'll just leave the quiz question for a second. Ludo's got raised with the sixes, and Rich has found the ace queen mine. Looks like a 3-bet's coming from Rich with the ace queen. Yeah, 11.4 he's made it. Now Ludo, this is one of those spots where you can learn here, Phil. Look, if you've raised with a small pair, looking at the stack depths, you're up against another good player. Can you peel here to try and flop a set? Are you getting the right price? Will the other good player pay you off if you do flop a set? Is the other good player got nothing, so maybe I should 4-bet? So this is a good chance to see how someone as good as Ludo plays a small pair here, and whether Rich has made the right bet size, and what Rich does if they both flop nothing. Just an aside, by the way, Yanis Liparis has slipped in between them two in this table to make it an even tougher table. The reigning champion, one of the best players around.
And he must have doubled up as well, so he only started with 17.
Did he?
Yep.
Yeah, he's got more than that, hasn't he? New entrant in our fantasy basketball league this year, Yanis. So we get the flop we want, really, where nobody flops anything.
King 7-4 is the flop.
2 clubs, and Rich has got the ace of clubs, which is a pretty key card.
Ludo's option.
Yeah, Ludo will check. I don't know if he's already checked.
Yeah,
he's checked. Now I think Rich is going to continue, because he can pick up equity with this ace of clubs. That's a key thing. If a club comes on the turn, even if he misses again, he can bet again. He knows Ludo can't have the nuts.
Rich bets 8.5.
So you look at the bet sizing there. It's all very interesting stuff, this, against 2 of the very best players around. Bet sizing smaller than he made it pre-flop, so this is a less than half pot bet. It's more like a 3rd pot bet. Is Ludo going to peel one? He is. Very hard for them to get any physical reads here because they're sat in such funny seats. So they're basically sat beside each other almost, so they can't really be looking at each other. Another brick on the turn. It's not a club, so it doesn't pick up the equity. And now is Rich going to? This is the decision. Do you bet all 3 now? Are you going for it? Are you bombing it? Or are you thinking, oh, I've picked up another out, I've picked up a jack here as well. An ace is probably good, a queen might well be good. Don't want to get check raised off that equity. Interesting. Can see him doing either here, Rich. I think he'll probably check, yeah.
So he does check. The river is the 9 of spades. So Ludo, who check called the flop with the 6s. Are we checking again?
There's no way Ludo can bet here. All he's got is a bluff catcher. The question is whether when he checks, is Rich going to do anything? He's got a queen blocker, which blocks the nuts, but would he have bet Queen Jack on the flop, and then when he picks up and up and down, would he have slowed down? Probably not really, like we were saying about the clubs. If he picked up that equity, he probably would have bombed it again and hopefully won the pot there and then, and if not, try and get there. So the queen blocker isn't going to be that relevant, I don't think.
Ludo does tap the table and announces check, so it's on to Rich Kellett with the headphones.
The Rich has got, he's
announced all in.
I thought he did. Doesn't really make much sense. A bet that size doesn't make. He can easily have ace king here, Richard can. Don't get me wrong. That's one of the hands you 3-bet pre-flop that makes some sense. But then I don't think you slow down on the turn, then to bomb it on the river. And as I say, he's got the queen blocker, but it's, if you had queen jack, would you have 3-bet pre-flop, then bet the flop and then slow down when you're up and down? I'm not sure you would, really, would you?
I'd love to see what's going through his mind.
Now, Ludo is one of the very best at breaking down hands.
And this is his tournament life.
You can see straight away his thoughts. What do you mean all in? How can you be all in? That doesn't make sense. What can he possibly have here? Is there anything that the 9 improves? That he was checking down and then the 9 gets there? The queen jack, obviously. Jack 8 now makes a straight. Is that a hand that he can have? Not really. Is he 3-betting jack 8 against Ludo? You can see Ludo just thinking, this makes no sense. He's got such a weak hand, Ludo, that he might actually have the worst hand. Rich might be all in with bluffing with the best hand here. If he's got some kind of 9 or 7. It doesn't make sense the way this hand played out. I think if Rich had bet 22k or something on the river, I think it's probably a pass pretty quick. But he's put maximum pressure on Ludo here, and it's, as you say, tournament life. The way Yanis has moved out of the way here, it's just showing a bit of etiquette. The 2 guys either side were playing a big pot. The manager just leant back, got out of the way if they want to stare each other down.
Now, you did this pre, I did that pre,
Yeah.
left and right.
Replaying it all in his head.
Yeah.
Would you have checked it? Would you have...
What
Great call.
a call
Great call by Ludo.
from Ludo Gaelic. Has to be the call of the tournament so far. Wow. He's gone right back to when the dealer started dealing the cards, and he's gone replayed it in his mind. And as Jeff said, it didn't make sense. The jam on the river.
I don't think checking the turn and then jamming the river made sense. I think you can check the turn and bet 20k on the end, and you can definitely have ace king there, those kind of hands. But checking the turn and then moving all in, it just looks a bit like it's I'm going to put maximum pressure on, and it'll work against 99% of people, to be fair. But Ludo's different class, you know. Ludo is very, very good at breaking down hands. He'll always tell you Ludo he's a field player. He's not a mathematical player. He'll always tell you he's a field player.
Yeah.
And that just, you can see as soon as Rich said all in, you could see Ludo's body language was, what? That doesn't make sense. What do you mean you're all in? Really wasn't expecting that. I really think Ludo would have passed for a 20k bet there, 25k bet. Great call by Ludo there. What a great hand to watch.
Start of the day with 20,000. He's now chip leader on 160.